guys, this is Jadhav. I'm a student at IIT Kharagpur. In this video, we are going to discuss about gravitational potential energy. So the gravitational potential energy is defined as it is the total work done by an external force. It is the total work done by an external force to displace a body having some mass small m from infinity to a point inside the gravitational field of some source mass without any acceleration. So it is the total work done by external force to bring or to displace a body having some mass from the point infinity to a point inside the gravitational field of some source mass capital M without any acceleration. Now let's try to understand it more clearly. Consider a source mass M and fix it. Consider another particle having some mass small m and which is kept at a distance of infinity from the center of the capital M initially. Now consider a point P which is inside the gravitational field of the capital M and is at a distance of r. Here the point infinity refers to a point which is outside the gravitational field of capital M, or where the gravitational field strength due to the capital M at this point is 0 or negligible. In other words, if we place any body or any object having some mass at this point, then the gravitational force acting on it due to this capital M will be negligible or 0. Now, to bring this small m from this point infinity to this point P without any acceleration, we have to apply an external force which is equal and opposite to the gravitational force due to the capital M and the small m at each and every point on this path. Okay, try to understand. Our condition is we have to bring this small m from this point infinity to the point P without any acceleration, right? Without any acceleration. But we know that as soon as this small m enters the gravitational field of this capital M, it experiences the gravitational force, so it attains some acceleration. To make that acceleration 0, we have to apply an external force on it, right? We have to apply an external force on it which is equal and opposite to the gravitational force at each and every point, so that we can make its acceleration 0 at each and every point. Okay? And now, if we can measure the total work done by the external force that we applied to make the acceleration of this small m 0, then that total work done is nothing but the gravitational potential energy of this small m at the point P. Okay? If we can measure the total work done by the external force that we applied on the small m to bring this particle from this point infinity to the point P which is inside the gravitational field of capital M without any acceleration, then that total work done is a gravitational potential energy of this small m at this point P, or that is the change in gravitational potential energy of the two particle system capital M and small m when they are brought close at a distance of r from the infinity. So this is the gravitational potential energy. Now we will derive an expression for gravitational potential energy. Let's consider a source mass capital M which is fixed, and consider 2 points A and B which are kept at a distance of R1 and R2 from the center of the capital M. Consider a particle having some mass small m at point A. Now to displace this small m from point A to point B without any acceleration, we have to apply an external force which is equal and opposite to the gravitational force acting on this small m due to this capital M at each and every point on this path. Right? To bring this particle, to displace this small m particle from point A to point B without any acceleration, we have to apply an external force which is equal and opposite to the gravitational force on this small m due to this capital M at each and every point on this path. Right? So when we do that, when we displace this small m from point A to point B, we must have done some work. Right? We must have done some work. Now to calculate that work done by the external force to displace the small m from point A to point B, we cannot just multiply the force and the displacement AB to get the total work done, because here the external force that we are applying is not equal throughout this path AB. Right? You need to understand this. The force that we are applying is equal to the gravitational force, right? The magnitude of the external force that I am applying and the gravitational force are the same. But we know that the gravitational force at point A and at point B are not the same. Right? The gravitational force is G into m1 m2 product of the masses by r square. Right? So my force, gravitational force vary with the distance. Right? So the gravitational force on the small m due to capital M at point A and at point B are different. They are not same. Neither the gravitational force at any point on this point is same. Right? So we don't have a constant force just to multiply with the displacement to get the total work done. But instead, we can take a small displacement on this path. Okay? We can take a small displacement on this path AB such that the gravitational force remains almost constant on that small displacement. Okay? I have to choose a small displacement such that the gravitational force on that small displacement remains almost constant. So in that case, I have a constant force throughout the small displacement. Then I can multiply the constant force and the small displacement to get the small work done. Right? So for that consider a point C on this path which is at a distance of R from the center of the capital M, and consider another point D which is at a distance of R plus dr. Okay? The point C is at a distance of R from the center of the capital M, and the point D is at a distance of R plus dr, where dr is a small displacement from the center of the capital M. So here our CD is the small displacement dr. Right? So from the center of the capital M to D is R plus dr, and at C it is R. So the CD is the dr. So that is our small displacement that we have chosen, right? Now to bring the same particle of mass small m from this point C to point D, we have to do some work, right? To displace the same particle m from point C to D without any acceleration, again I have to do a small work done, right? So that small work done, dW, is equal to the force vector, the external force, dot product with the small displacement dr vector. Okay, work done is the dot product of force vector and the displacement vector. Okay, I can write this like magnitude of the external force multiplied with the magnitude of displacement vector into cos theta, okay, where theta is the angle between the force vector and the displacement vector. In this case, from C to D, I am applying, this is my small m, I am applying an external force in this direction, right? And this is the force vector and my displacement is CD. So this is the dr vector, right? So my force vector and the displacement vector has the same direction, right? They have the same direction, so the angle between them is 0. So theta here is 0, right? So I can write this like magnitude of S. If I'm replacing the magnitude of F vector with F, and I'm replacing magnitude of this small displacement vector with dr, and where cos theta is cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So this is force, magnitude of external force that we are applying into small displacement dr, right? So the dW, small work done by the external force to displace the small m particle from C to D is the external force F into dr, and this external force is again equal to the gravitational force, right? So this F is the gravitational force on this path. Okay, so if I take the gravitational at point C, or if I can take the gravitational force at D, they are same, right? We have chosen this displacement such that the gravitational force throughout this path, throughout this small displacement is constant. So I am taking the gravitational force at point C. So that will be capital G, gravitational constant, into capital M, the source mass, into small m, that is the mass of the particle that we have displaced, by the distance between them is r square, right? So I am choosing the gravitational force at point C, which is at a distance of r. So this is force is equal to G into capital M small m by r square, right? So we have got the small work done, which is the external force F into the small displacement dr, and that external force F is the capital G, that is gravitational constant, into capital M into small m by r square, where r is the distance between small m and capital M when they are placed initially at point C. So I am erasing this now. So my dW is F into dr, and my F is G into capital M small m by r square. Okay. So this is the small work done to displace the particle from C to D. Now if I have to calculate the total work done to displace the same particle from point A to point B, I have to integrate the small work done from point A to point B to get the total work done. right? So on integrating this dW from A to B, I will get the total work done AB, which is equal from R1 to R2. The limits are R1, A, which is at a distance of R1, B, which is at a distance of R2, right? And the force into dr, right? So this is WAB. Total work done to displace the particle from A to B is equal to the limits from R1 to R2, and F is gmm by R square dr, right? So this is the total work done to displace the particle from A to B. Now, if I want to know what is the total work done to displace the same particle with the same force from point B to A, that will be the work done BA, that is work done to bring the particle to displace the same particle from point B to A with the same force having the same direction, is nothing but negative of the work done from A to B, because my displacement vector will remain same in the direction of AB, right, from A to B, but the my force vector will remain in the direction of AB, right, but my displacement vector, now it's changing from B to A. Initially it was in the direction of A to B, but now when I am displacing the particle from B to A, it has the direction from B to A. So my displacement vector is in that direction and my force vector has this direction. So they are quite opposite, right? So the angle between them is 180 degrees. So when I put this 180 degrees in the cos theta, it will become negative, right? So my work done from B to A with the same force and with the same particle now is negative of the work done from point A to B. So my work done from point A to B is this. So I can write the same there. So work done BA is equal to negative of limits from R1 to R2 G into capital M small m by R square dr, right? So in integration, if we write limit from A to B and from function f of x dx, I can write like negative and I can change the limits. So now B to A, some function f of x dx. So in this case, if I want to make this negative to positive, I have to change the limits, right? So then WBA is equal to R2 to R1. I have changed limits, Gm small m by R square dr, right? So this is the total work done to displace the same particle from point B to point A using the external force. You need to remember, this is not by the gravitational force, but it is the external force that is equal to the gravitational force, right? So far we did has no meaning unless we discuss about gravitational potential energy, right? So what is the gravitational potential energy? It is the total work done by an external force to displace or to bring a particle having some mass from point infinity, right, from point infinity to a point, let's say C or any point which inside the gravitational field of this source mass capital M, right? Now further, I will just make this R2 as infinity, okay? This point B, if I make this point B infinity, okay, if I make this point B infinity And if I make this point A, which is at a distance of r, okay, some point which is at a distance of r, then I can write like total work done is from infinity to a point r, or to a point, some point, let's say C, which is at a distance of r, okay, then this will be here, right? Have did nothing. I just made this B as infinity, okay. So I am bringing the particle, initially I was bringing the particle from B to A, now I am bringing the same particle from infinity to some point inside the gravitational field. So I am considering some point which is at a distance of r, okay. So I just write the upper limit or the r1 as r. So this is g into capital M by small r square into dr. So on integrating this, I will get g capital M small m. These are constants, so I am just taking out of the integration part, and 1 by r square. Okay, I am writing here integration of 1 by x square is minus 1 by x. Okay, so 1 by r square is nothing but minus 1 by r, and the limits from infinity to r. Okay, I'm putting this limits g into capital M small m minus 1 by r plus 1 by infinity. I'm erasing this part again. So this will be, total work done will be negative of g into capital M into small m by r, because 1 by infinity is 0, right? So we only end up with minus 1 by r. So then it will be minus g capital M small m by r. So this is the total work done by the external force to bring the particle from infinity to a point, to some point which is at a distance of r. Okay, this is nothing but, this is the source mass, and this is some point P which is at a distance of r. So I have brought this small m particle from infinity to this particle P, to this point P. Okay, so that is the total work done. Now what is the gravitational potential energy? That is this total work done, right? So gravitational potential energy is represented with U, or Ug, is nothing but this total work done by the external force. So that is nothing but g into capital M small m by r. Okay, so this is the expression for the gravitational potential energy of the mass small m, which is placed at a distance of r from the source mass capital M. Okay, so this is the gravitational potential energy of the small m, which is placed at a distance of r from the source mass capital M. Okay, or this is the change in the gravitational potential energy when these two particles, small m and capital M, are brought at a distance of r from the infinity. Okay, that's it. Thank you.